All right, welcome back to Sunrise Daily. Well, we'll get to show you some more images about Rivers development, perhaps subsequently or in the course of this programming. We'll just see how the producers go about with that one. But we're going over now to our Abuja studios where Dixon Uregbu joins us. He's the special advisor to the president on youth and student matters. Morning and thank you for joining us, Dixon. Well, interestingly, youth, students involved in so many things, and interestingly, they're also in politics. I mean, recently we did see what's going on with Nance. Nance making a statement the other day about ASU, and some others think, no way, that Nance couldn't have said that ASU actually is fighting on their behalf. And then you also have some development playing themselves out in Rivers, and then it all just keep going on and on. When you are advisor to the president on youth matters, the youth council crisis also stares us in the face. Let's start off with that one. What were your thoughts on all of those when it was happening? Did you make any major comments to the president at the time?
Suleiman, thank you very much. That is Chamberlain, thank you very much. I am a great fan of all of you guys there. You're doing us proud. Thank you for this opportunity. Quickly, I am not special advisor to Mr. President on youth and student matters. I actually work directly under that office. The special advisor to Mr. President on youth and student matters is Comrade Jude Imagwe. My position is simple, that as a filmmaker, I am brought on to join the team of Jude Imagwe to reach out to the Nigerian youths so that we may consider things differently. If you leave politics in the hands of politicians, it's obvious that they cannot completely solve our problems. And as youths, it was timely that this government, considered thinking outside the box, so that, collectively, for the good of Nigeria, we would all, get up and play our own role. On the question about the youth council issues as they were. Of course, my boss, who was former NANS president, a committed youth, if you ask me, took a position which was clear that whatever precedents there were should not, whether they were previously or successful or not, that doesn't make it right. The approach given to Nigeria Youth Council election turned out to be that of the Governors Forum, and of course the Governors Forum cannot be compared with the platform of the youths. We have existed as they were youths themselves. My principal took a position, and like it or not, I think Nigerians haven't been fair completely to this administration, because most of the time we turn it around against the government, as if we are ganging up against the authority that we have empowered through the laws of Nigeria. A lot is happening and we are quiet. My personal concern as a filmmaker is that if we keep quiet and all of this erupts and consumes all of us, we'll be in for it.
Is that what played out?
And personally, I feel that why I commend the likes of you, Chamberlain, I'm saying that if a Gowon was allowed at 27, 29 to become president of Nigeria, then you and I are too old not to have a say in Nigeria. The youth of this country must begin to realize that the old men have dreamt of Nigeria. It was time we prophesied what next for this land.
Just
we
allow me,
sit back and just watch
here,
these things escalate.
Dixon,
they are using us. Now that we had ASU strike for a while and it lasted for a long time, I hope that the youths haven't been at home, have been able to observe critically the issues as they were, so that when we get back to school and we're trying to be modeled after some leaders, we know better now that this land belongs to all of us.
Well, thank you very much. First, I think there seemed to be something that, to the extent that even your core card that you even passed around reads Special Assistant to the President on Youth and Student Matters. Now, you just clarified that you're not what it is. Perhaps you should also look into all of that. Now, looking at the youth in the country, specifically, we're looking at the crisis of the Nigeria Youth Council of Nigeria. Tell us, as an aide in the presidency on youth matters, what's your reading of the whole crisis?
Thank you, Suleiman. Again, quickly, please allow me
just
to
go on to the issues.
Discuss these issues as I see it from the filmmaker's perspective. Your environment must always influence you. Our leaders are not leading right; they're not showing right examples, and of course, when the youths are not properly informed, they tend to copy what they are seeing, and that's why the leaders of the land must think differently how they approach national issues. While they play politics, they should remember that our position is clear. As majority stakeholders in the present-day Nigeria, our position is clear. We want the future of Nigeria sustained. We want one nation. We want a nation that we can also hand over to our children in future. The Nigerian Youth Council, the crisis that it came up with, of course, you and I will agree that it was provoked by what was within the environment. You cannot today call me to discuss these issues as we are going on with right now if the environment had not thrown them up. So let's not pretend that the things that are happening around us, they are influencing us. The family unit needs to be addressed seriously. We need to look at our morality again and look at what are those things that our founding fathers, really saw that made them give up whatever pride and egos that they may have had, just that we may have one nation. If we may look back to history, go back to history and find out what they, ensured was enshrined in the Constitution of Nigeria, or if you want to ignore the Constitution of Nigeria, the national pledge, the national anthem. When we look at those words, critically, you know that there was a vision, there was something thought out.
Dixon, can you hear me? Just a minute.
But these leaders don't seem to be following
tell us
up
about
with that
this Office of the Advisor to the President on Youth and Student Matters. Do they consider the developments going on with the youth in this country? Do they have any agenda, any focus? What do they do?
The agenda...
What does the office do?
I didn't hear you clearly, but I heard bits and pieces of it.
The Office
about agenda.
of
course,
Youth and Student Matters in the presidency. Give us an understanding of that office. What do they do concerning the youth and students in this country, given the fact that they are faced with so many challenges?
The youth and the challenges that we are faced with, they are critical. Chamberlain, let me tell you, I would be unfair to myself to sound like a government person. I am a Nigerian, first of all. So let me also say it like I have my own challenges as a youth in Nigeria. But by choice, I have decided not to sit at the fence and throw stones. By choice, I have decided to get up and, become the change that I'm looking out for. We are faced with challenges, that's true, but we are also, by upbringing, we are taught to understand that these challenges, we can surmount them, that these too shall pass. These are mantras that great minds have left for us, to continue our sojourn here. Yeah, there are challenges. The office of the SSA to Mr. President on Youth and Student Matters is created so that the youth can be heard, so that the issues as we are faced with can be addressed, and that is going on right now. For someone like me, I'm